Kind of went through a tough stretch here. We thought we had them figured out, and then hadn't had a bite forever. And I literally got in my goofy stuff box and got something out I've never used before. It's kind of an interesting little deal here. I'll show it to you. Is this little wiggle hoochie from Max Lures, little fish there. What it does, it's got a crankbait type of bill through it. You can see the line goes through it, and it sits there with a crankbait action, and then you can put live bait on it. And the thing that I liked on the lead core, it vibrates enough with that crankbait type action that you can feel it. Make sure that it isn't fouled, but no more than just got the thing out and it got a fish, so it's worth playing with. All right, maybe it's just the area of this highway. We just got one on a little wiggle hoochie, and no more got that rod back out, and we got bit here back on the jointed shad wraps again. This feels to be a better fish. It's not a pike. Got it running the boat here at the same time. Now, this is a walleye. This is decent. There, it's on top. Look with that. Yeah, nice fluke with it. Nice walleye. Okay, I don't know if I can get him in with our normal system here or not. There we go. Probably not the way to do in a tournament, but well, we're just starting to get kind of bummed out. But that's a nice chunky walleye, real representative of what Devil's Lake is capable of. We're in tough conditions here. You know, we're getting fish, but they've been smaller fish, but sure can't complain with something like that.
So everyone, Tanner here, just step behind the camera with Focus Outdoors TV. We're actually inside the Fireside Inn and Suites here in Devil's Lake and their fish cleaning facility, which is something really unique about a lot of our hotels here in Devil's Lake have facilities like this for anglers, whether you're coming off the water for the day or you're coming off the ice. In the winter, you've got AC, you've got heat, so it's very controlled facilities. But just a great day on the water. Dennis and I, we covered some water today, had a lot of fun. Fought through some different scenarios, but ended up finding and putting together a pretty good plan. But Devil's Lake has a lot of different options for anglers coming to town, but most importantly, the website Devil's Lake ND has a great resource for traveling anglers coming to town. They update fishing reports on there every week. They give people ideas on where the bite is, color choices, hot areas. So they try to be as accommodating as they can here in the town. And a lot of the bait shops, like when we stopped at Ed's yesterday and started to get a feel for the area, they gave us a little introduction on how the bite's been, where they've been traveling, and where they've been looking for fish. So don't overlook a lot of these options in Devil's Lake, and I just think it's wonderful that there's hotels and different things like that have these kind of facilities right here on the property. You don't have to go to a fish cleaning station. You can come right back to the hotel, clean your fish, maybe have a beverage or two before you go out to eat, and I think it's a fitting end to a day like this on the water.
One thing I want you folks to notice, just an observation that I've made here, Lake Walleyes in South Dakota, Missouri River Impoundment, I guess is what you would call my home water. And what we're seeing is these fish are just as chunky as our fish, and Lake Walleyes is really known for football type fish. And typically, if we have fish like this, there's probably a half a handful of fat. And what we're noticing with these is they're just really, really solid, dense fish. And we open them up, there's just a tiny, tiny dab of fat there. And you could probably refer to a biologist, but what I'm gonna guess on this is our fish on Hawaii are heavily smelt based, which is a really oily protein fish, and then also lake herring that we have. And these fish are more your typical bait fish, you know, your minnow species, sculpins, perch, that type of thing. And they're just chunks, but they don't have the pure amount of fat. And these fish, I'd be curious, if you were to weigh these fish against an average fish, you know, the same length, I would guess they would weigh up more because they're just absolutely chunky. And with that, you know, the misconception walleyes don't fight, I'm here to tell you, these guys put up a struggle. These are very muscular fish, and obviously they're going to be excellent table fish. All right, folks, one thing I'd like to mention, we're very fortunate in the Dakotas to have these cleaning stations around, whether they're public or part of the motels at the Fireside Inn here in Devil's Lake, is to respect what these folks have done for you. Leave it completely spotless. We walked into this thing, you could have laid somebody down here and performed surgery and been good to go. Leave it the same way. It's just common respect for the hospitality. It's just common sense.